Yo guys, hello, what's good, and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel, Nathan's Football Talk. Today we'll be discussing the Premier League games that are going to be happening this weekend, just giving a few predictions and what I see happening this weekend in match week 26 of the Premier League. So we start off tomorrow with Man City against Newcastle, early kick-off at the Etihad. To be honest, I don't see anything other than a City win. I think Newcastle, their form has dropped off. You know, these last few weeks, they've been drawing a lot of games. They'll still have Pope suspended, obviously, because of his handball against Liverpool a couple of weeks ago. I think City now, with this running, they're going to kick into gear. You know, they're actually going to get their heads screwed on. They're going to start taking things a bit more seriously now, as they try and hunt down Arsenal for, obviously, the league. So yeah, I think City will do what they need to do to get the 3 points. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win for City in that one. Haaland will score a hat-trick, you know, doing what he does and whatnot. So yeah, I'll see that one going. And then next we got a few 3 o'clock kickoffs in the afternoon. First we go to Stamford Bridge for a big game, big game between Chelsea and Leeds. We know that these two clubs, they don't like each other because of history and whatnot. And yeah, so this is going to be an interesting game, I think. Chelsea are just in the mud right now. They're just struggling. Like, Graham Harry Potter does not know what he's doing in that Chelsea seat. It's clearly a bit too much for him. I actually rated him at Brighton as well. I thought he's a very good manager. But clearly, when you step up and you have to take charge of one of the big boys, it's a different ball game. So yeah, I think this one is going to be, I don't even know how this one will go. Leeds, they're fighting for their lives as well down at the bottom. Obviously they're trying to stay in the league. Boy, you know what? I think Leeds might just do a job on them, you know. Just like Southampton did on Chelsea last week at the Bridge. I think Leeds might go there and leave is certain, you know what I mean? I think it will be a draw. I think I'm going to go for 1-1. You know, probably going to be high action. You know how Leeds play 100 miles per hour all game. So yeah, I think that'll be an interesting watch. Next we go to league leaders Arsenal. They host Bournemouth. Again, 3 o'clock kickoff. I'm praying Bournemouth do something miraculous here, but to be honest, I really don't see it. They're pretty much down and out, if we're being honest. Gary O'Neill, he had a good little stint at the start of his time as Bournemouth manager, but that just tailed off. They're just down. I don't see him scoring a goal, to be honest, away at Arsenal. So yeah, probably another convincing win for Arsenal again after the win in midweek over Everton. I'm probably going to go 4-0 again, probably. Probably going to be quite a straightforward game for Arsenal, unfortunately. And then next we go to Villa against Palace. Again, don't really know what to expect from this game. Both teams play one way one week, and then next week it's just a completely different thing that you see before your eyes. Villa are just on a roller coaster right now. Again, they got that initial manager bounce when Unai Emery came in, beat United unfortunately in the first game. And then from then, last few weeks it's not been the best. Obviously they beat Everton last week, but before that, you know, 4-2 consecutive games at home against Leicester and Arsenal. So they were struggling a bit, but obviously last week's win, I think, will give them a bit of confidence. Palace, again, looked a bit more lively under Vieira, but last few weeks, they're just not that convincing, to be honest. Especially with Zaha out with injury, they don't look that much of an attacking threat these days. Obviously got the 0-0 draw, ball fest last week against Liverpool. For this one, I'm probably going to go for 2-1 Villa win at home. Watkins is in good form right now. I think 5 in his last 5. So yeah, he's in good form. So Probably going to go for Villa winning that one. And then we head over to the Amex, most south area of this country probably, with Brighton. They play West Ham at home, another 3 o'clock kickoff. Obviously West Ham off the back of a big win last week against Forest, 4-0. But I just think Brighton are going to have too much for them. Brighton have an unbelievable season, probably behind Arsenal and City, probably played the best football in the league. Just pure on the eye football. They're up there, so yeah, I've rated Brighton for a very long time. De Zerbi doing a great job, you know. They've got great players like Mitoma, brilliant player. McAllister, obviously we all know from his World Cup exploits. Ferguson burst onto the scene. Wouldn't mind him at United, by the way. Yeah, they got a good team, Brighton. They're doing good things. So I'm going to go for Brighton 2-0 win in this one. Then we head over to Wolves against Spurs. Again, don't know what you're going to get from this game because you don't know what Spurs are turning up. Is it going to be the Conte Spurs? Is it going to be the Stellini Spurs? Nobody knows. So if it is the Conte Spurs, they're probably losing because going off recent results, when he's there, they seem to lose. And then when Stellini turns up, he just got that magic touch and they seem to win for some reason. So I don't know for this one. Obviously, Wolves a bit galvanised under Lopetegui, although obviously they lost against Bournemouth recently, which was a big blow because that's when you're down there in that kind of relegation fight, they're the kind of teams that you need to be picking up points from. So that'll be one that I'm sure they weren't happy with. But for this one, I'm probably gonna go for I don't know what Spurs are gonna turn up. That's the problem. If Spurs turn up and play the way they should win. But saying that, they just got knocked out of the cup midweek on Wednesday. So they're trophyless yet again. No surprise there, to be honest. Wolves under Lopetegui, obviously they've been a bit rejuvenated, found a bit of form before the Bournemouth loss, obviously. And then they lost to Liverpool as well in the week. So, boy, I don't know which way this is going. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. What I can guarantee though is Son will play badly and he won't score or assist because he stinks. I can guarantee you that one. And then we've got the evening kickoff, Southampton against Leicester. Not really the most fascinating game to look forward to, but it's Premier League football, so we're going to talk on it. Obviously Southampton obviously picked up that big result against Chelsea a couple of weeks ago and then went on to lose last week to Leeds, which wasn't the best. So again, they're another team, you don't know what they're going to do. But they just look down and out, man. That club just looks like it's got championship written all over it. They obviously got knocked out in the cup by League 2 Grimsby, which is just shocking, to be honest. That's really, really embarrassing. So yeah, and obviously Leicester, last time out, I believe they lost against Arsenal, obviously, of course. Didn't play well in that game, didn't really turn up. Arsenal just completely dominated the game. Should have been a lot more than 1-0. So this one, I'm probably going to go for a slight Leicester 1-0 win. Because I just don't see Southampton having enough to win the game or even score, to be honest. They're just finished right now. And then we move on to Sunday. At 2 o'clock kickoff, we've got Forest against Everton. Again, Everton, there's so many of these teams in the league right now, you just don't know what version of them will turn up. Obviously, a couple of weeks ago, they beat Leeds 1-0. Before that, they beat Arsenal 1-0. And then last week, they lose to Villa 2-0. And then Arsenal 4-0 in the week. So again, don't know what Everton's going to turn up. Forest, to be fair, under Cooper, they're doing quite well. They managed to get themselves away from the relegation zone. It is tight down there though, so they're by no means safe, but they've at least managed to climb up the table a little bit with recent results. For this one, I'm probably gonna say Forest have a good home record as well. They got a shocking away record, but at least they know how to make the city ground a fortress. They know how to get points at home. So I'm probably gonna go for a Forest 1-0 win. And then the big one on Sunday, 4:30, Anfield, Liverpool against Manchester United. The biggest game in English football history, with no doubt. No fixture comes close. No matter where both teams are in the league, it's always the biggest fixture, the most talked about, the most watched in the league every season. Boy, I really want to be confident and go with my gut and say that, we're gonna go there and absolutely destroy them, because they are shocking right now. I know in the league they picked up a few results, but their performances do not reflect their results. They beat Everton, who are probably one of the worst teams in the league, and then they beat Newcastle, who just don't score goals, so I just wasn't convinced. Before that, they hadn't won in the calendar year at all. They hadn't even won a game in the Premier League, getting smashed by Brighton, Wolves, Brentford, these kind of teams. So I'm just not convinced by them one bit, to be honest. The thing is about Anfield, especially when United come to town, they always know how to make it difficult. The fans, they always get up. They make it extremely tough for us to play football. Cheat everything, tackles, decisions that go against them or for them. The crowd will always turn up for a game of this magnitude, so it's going to be interesting how that pans out. I've been confident though leading into the game. I think there's no better time for us to go Anfield and win convincingly, because they are really, really bad at the moment. So we need to capitalise on that. We need to make the most of it, 100%. Go there and, put a marker down, stamp our authority on the game and win. I'm going to go for a 3-1 United win. Hopefully we go there, get the job done. If we start the game slowly though, as we have been doing the last few weeks, it's going to be a problem, because their crowd will definitely sense that and they'll spur them on. So we need to get there and play from the first minute. Don't start playing in the second half, because it could already be gone. As bad as they are, as bad as Nunes, Wakpo, these kind of guys. Salah finished new contract. They're begging him to sign it. He's not been the same player since. So yeah, as bad as they are, and as confident as I've been leading up to the game, Anfield, it's just one of them weird places. Like City went there, lost. One of the best teams in the league. So you never know with Anfield. It's always, even when United were dominant, when we were the best team in the league, one of the best in the world, they always made it difficult for us, Liverpool, when we went to Anfield. So you can never be too confident, but at the same time, I'm going to back the boys, man. Come on, I'm going to say it with chest. I'm going to say that we'll win this game 3-1. Come on, United. And then lastly, we've got the Monday Night Football, Brentford, Fulham, West London derby. The two best teams in West London right now. Chelsea, I have nothing to say for that right now, unfortunately for them. This is the real West London clash. Forget Chelsea. This is really where West London is at in terms of Premier League football. I think this will be a good game. Both teams having brilliant seasons. Probably going to be a battle of the number 9s again. We saw early in the season, Tony and Mitrovic obviously going at it a little bit, with Tony doing his celebration and whatnot. Although obviously Tony is looking like he's going to be missing for quite a while, obviously with his suspension. So that would impact Brentford a lot. But saying that, we thought the same when Brentford played Liverpool, and they obviously got the job done in that game. So they've shown that they can win games without Tony. So this one will be, I think it will be a very good game, very competitive. Bragging rights in West London. or for this one. Both managers, Thomas Frank, Marco Silva, doing great jobs, brilliant managers. For this one, I'm going to go for a... Oh, how do I see this one going? Fulham, obviously, they went Brighton a couple of weeks ago, got a very good result, 1-0 win. So they can win away from home as well. Oh, how do I see this one going? I think Fulham will be the better team on the day, because I don't think Brentford really care about that. They just care about winning, which I respect them a lot for. I respect Thomas Frank, very good manager. I think Brentford might just nick it 2-1, or it's going to be 2-0, but I think Fulham will play the better football on the day, for sure. I think they're better football inside, but I think Brentford, they just have the know-how, the grit, the will, you know, to just get results. So I think that will help them in this game. And yeah, for the final game of the week, Monday, I'm going to go for either Brentford 2-1 win. No, I can't do two results. If I had to just pick one, I'll go for a Brentford 2-1 win. But Fulham will play the better football. Remember I said that. And so yeah, guys, that's a wrap. That's a roundup of the predictions for match week 26 of the Premier League for this upcoming weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please make sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you soon for a review of the weekend games. And hopefully I'll be a very happy man once United beat Liverpool at Anfield. Come on, United.